Hey there, Agile Adventurer. Just a quick question. What if, for the price of a fancy coffee or half a pizza, you could unlock over 700 hours of the best Agile content on the planet? That's audio, video, e-courses, books, presentations, all that you can think of. But you can also join live calls with world-class practitioners and hang out in a flame war-free and AI slop-clean Slack with the sharpest minds in the game. Oh, and yes, you get direct access to me, Vasco, your Scrum Master Toolbox podcast. No, this is not a drill. It's the Scrum Master Toolbox membership. And it's your unfair advantage in the Agile world. So if you want to know more, go check out scrummastertoolbox.org/membership. That's scrummastertoolbox.org/membership. And check out all the goodies we have for you. Do it now. But if you're not doing it now, let's listen to the podcast. Hello, everybody. Welcome to one more week of the Scrum Master Toolbox podcast. And this week, joining us from Romania is Florian Georgescu. Hey, Florian, welcome to the show.
Hey, Vasco. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Happy to be here.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you. So Florian is a seasoned Agile coach with over 10 years of experience guiding teams across startups and large enterprises. He specializes in tailoring workflows, mentoring Scrum Masters, and fostering collaboration. He's passionate about continuous improvement and helps organizations improve their agility, align their delivery with strategic goals for lasting impact. So, Florian, that was a short intro. Tell us a little bit more about yourself and how did you end up becoming a Scrum Master?
Sure. I think it's a very nice journey. I didn't talk too much about it, but it's definitely a journey that I'm grateful for, because mainly I was allowed to experience agility across the entire spectrum, from a fast-moving startup up to established enterprises, and this helped me see a lot and experience a lot. But after graduation, I've started my career in a German web hosting company, leading one, as a technical writer. So my goal there was to provide or to write technical documentation for German web hosting customers. It was a great experience because I've started from scratch, but it also allowed me to choose what I will do next, because as technical writers, although technical documentation was mandatory for releasing a product, sometimes we were overlooked by the product team. And starting with 10, I became more curious to join kickoff meetings for projects, to get to know also the other members of the product development team. And for me, then it was important to understand how valuable it is to have a cross-functional team, and I was interested in this. And this is why, after 4 years of doing this activity, I decided to join the project management office of the same company, starting as a junior project manager. And the good part was that it was the same period where the company transitioned to Agile and Scrum.
Oh, you got lucky.
Exactly. So I was in the beginning. I straddled both project management and Scrum Master roles, but naturally I gravitated more towards the Scrum Master role, because it aligned more with my collaborative approach and also my desire for positive change. So I did both roles in the beginning, but then slowly moved towards Scrum Mastery. I've learned a lot. I also did my fair share of mistakes then, and after a couple of years working in IT service companies, I wanted for myself to not only be doing agile, but also to be agile and move to a product company.
It
Since in
was there
Romania,
where you started like full-time Scrum Master?
yes, this was so. Product companies back then were not so many in Romania. This is why I decided to move to Germany. Yeah, an amazing experience because it allowed me to experience more of what means being agile, what means actually to do agile and
Okay,
be
so
agile.
maybe you have a story around that. Like that's a really interesting transition, and of course this idea of just going through the motions or doing agile versus being agile. So understanding and taking advantage of the principles and values. And I was wondering if that's the story of failure you have to share with us, Florian, because of course today's Fail Monday here on the podcast. So we'll talk about a story of a difficult moment you had. So walk us through that story. We'll take the takeaways and the lessons learned later, but first walk us through that story.
It was so the story of the failure. It was more of I don't see it as a failure. I see it more as a learning or a learning experience for myself. It is related to.
So how did it start? Like when are we? Is this a product company? Are you still a project manager trying to apply agile, or is this when you're already trying to live agility?
It started already in Romania. So when I was working for an IT service company, and I was doing a lot of agile, and it's related mainly to my burnout.
Okay, so tell us more. So, like, you were trying to apply agile in an IT services company. I imagine that the pressure from outside, since you're serving a customer who's out there somewhere, is probably quite large. Maybe they are asking for plans and estimates all the time. How was it at that time?
It was definitely this pressure that you're mentioning about from the clients, but it also was the pressure for made by myself because I was a passionate and I'm still a passionate Scrum Master, and I had this overwhelming desire to create positive change in the sense that I wanted to fix everything, I wanted to know everything, and also to transform everything, preferably overnight. And all by myself. So it was now looking back, it was this Superman Scrum Master syndrome that I had. I was curious. I wanted to do a lot in a very short period of time, and yes, slowly this brought me to this burnout, but I even didn't see it.
So how did you even realize that this was happening to you, that you were slowly sliding into a burnout?
It was I've witnessed it in Germany already when I had a coach that supported me, and when I talked about all of this with the coach, and I also it was very important to me to get somehow the validation that it's okay for things to take longer. Yeah, it's okay also to not be perfect from the beginning. It's okay also to let the teams do things for themselves and not be always there for them. Yeah, this is in short how I managed to realize this.
Yeah, so you're feeling that pressure. You still want to do things better, even though there's pressure coming from wanting to do things better, plus everything else, reports and estimates and whatever, meetings, lots of work. And you're having this conversation with your coach. And how does the idea of a possible burnout come to your mind? Did the coach specifically mention that? Like, how did you even realize that, yes, I am motivated, yes, I am passionate, yes, I feel tired, but from there to go to this idea that, you know, I'm slowly burning out. Not everybody is even able to realize that, even when they are in the middle of it. So what triggered that realization in your mind?
I also didn't realize it. So I started to realize it in the moment where I started the conversations with the coach. The signs were at some point it was obviously exhaustion. I felt the need to be everywhere. Yeah. I felt the need to be with the team when when a team member is joining and to support the onboarding. Then if Jira was not working, be there and try to do everything for them. So I've tried to be everywhere for everyone and to do everything actually for everyone. And it was exhaustion. It was also at some point frustration because things didn't go the way I expected. And again, afterwards, I realized that it was normal, yeah, especially when we talk about change, and also demotivation at some point, right? It felt difficult to continue doing things because I didn't see.
There's an important lesson here, right? Like that when we talk about sustainable pace, we have to be careful that applies to us as much as it applies to the teams. And as you said, sometimes we just need to be patient with ourselves and others. We can't push change. We can only trigger moments of change, right? Like one way to think about change is that it doesn't happen in a process. It happens in many different moments that come together. And usually you only know what those moments are when you look back, right? Like you can't always predict what are the moments going forward, but you can always see them when you're looking back. And that's an important realization because otherwise we end up being frustrated, exhausted, and of course, maybe even feeling guilty and all of that, yes. that leads to burnout. It's a very important warning. Thank you for sharing that with us, Florian.
Yes, indeed. I mean, I've learned and experienced that to be a great Scrum Master isn't about achieving perfection, but it is important to be consistent. In your approach, it is important to have the wisdom to prioritize, and this is also one lesson that I've learned in my conversations with the coach. I started to prioritize things.
It's a great insight. That's a great insight. The prioritization that we so often argue the teams need, but sometimes forget we need. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
All right, I hope you liked this episode. But before you hit next episode, here's the deal. This podcast is powered by people like you, the members who wanted more than just inspiration. They wanted real tools and real connection to people who are practicing Agile every day. We're talking access to over 700 hours of Agile Gold, CTO level strategy talks, summit keynotes, live workshops, e-courses, deep dive interviews, books, and if you're into no estimates, we got the pioneers of no estimates in those deep dive interviews as well. Agile business intelligence, creating product visions, coaching your product owner courses, you name it. You'll get invites to monthly live Q&As with Agile pioneers and practitioners, plus a private Slack community, which is free of all of that AI slop you see everywhere, and of course, without the flame wars. It's a community of practitioners that want to learn and thrive together. It's the best place to connect with community and learn together. So if this podcast has helped you before, imagine what you will get from this podcast membership. So head on over to scrummastertoolbox.org/membership and join the community that's shaping the future of Agile. And we have so much for you. So check out all the details at scrummastertoolbox.org/membership, because listening is great, it's important, but doing it together, that's next level. I'll see you in the community Slack. We really hope you liked our show. And if you did, why not rate this podcast on Stitcher or iTunes? Share this podcast and let other Scrum Masters know about this valuable resource for their work. Remember that sharing is caring.